and I turn my head, and there's this branch probably about 3 feet in front of my face, and I turn, and this bird just explodes off the branch, flies right by my face. It's like the size of a sparrow, and ducked around a tree and disappeared. And by the time I got to the tree, it was completely gone. We had no idea what it was. So it all started one fateful morning around 7 o'clock, and I was going out to film a video to see how much wildlife I could find in 1 hour. And so we set out, finding some chickadees, Japanese beetles, a ton of mosquitoes out, stuff like that, and walk into this little patch of open woods with a giant maple tree in the center, and we find this really cool looking spider. And it was a orchard orb weaver spider, and I'll put the picture up there, but it was really cool. And then I see this bird in the corner of my eye. So I take a look, trying to get my binoculars up and everything, trying to take a look at it. And then we hear this crashing sound in the brush, and my dog just comes charging out. It's like all happy, like wagging her tail, and she's like, "Hey guys, I'm here." And it's like, I completely forgot to put the dog in the house, so we missed the chance at the bird. So we didn't know what it was, we kept going, and finding all sorts of different birds, like blue jays and other insects and stuff like that. And then decided to start looking for salamanders. So we're going to the spot where I've found salamanders before, and it's like the same thing. I saw a bird in the bush. I was trying to find it, but there's a tree in the way. I'm like trying to carefully creep towards the bird, and thankfully my dog was not running around this time. But as I'm creeping towards the bird, it suddenly disappears and completely was gone, couldn't find it. So we started heading in the direction that we found it, came out into this clearing, and so we're like, well, we may as well start looking for salamanders here. So we start walking on the clearing, and I'm looking around, and I turn my head, and there's this branch probably about 3 feet in front of my face, and I turn, and this bird just explodes off the branch, flies right by my face. It's like the size of a sparrow, and ducked around a tree and disappeared. And by the time I got to the tree, it was completely gone. We had no idea what it was. So by this time, we were like, okay, this is the exact same bird. Like, what on earth is going on? Like, what is this mysterious, creepy bird that's just somehow disappearing? Because after that last encounter, like, it completely disappeared. Like, we could not find a trace of it, and it was not that far away. We got there really fast. So we were trying to find it, so we were going along, kept hearing more blue jays, stuff like that, finding more animals, and like, but our main focus is trying to find this bird. So I'm going, and then I saw a bird fluttering, trying to get into like a nest of caterpillars or something on a brush pile. It was like in a shadow, so I was finally able to get my binoculars up, was looking at it, but because it was in a shadow, I could not see the color. So I was trying to figure out what it was, and then it kind of like hopped up into the sun, was getting my binoculars ready, and then it disappeared in the bush. So I was waiting there for quite a while, and we were waiting for it to pop up again. And then we see this bird fly up out of the next bush, straight up into a tree, and it starts eating something. So I'm getting my binoculars up, and like my hands are shaking and everything, because like it's finally in a good spot, I can finally see it. So like my hands are shaking, I'm trying to get a good look at it, and then I finally see it, and it's some sort of varrow. And varrows are they're kind of like a warbler, but they're usually more of like a cream color. They're kind of sleek, a little bit longer, and most of them have a stripe that runs through their eye. And so it was definitely a varrow. It was really cool. And my first thought was that it was a red-eyed varrow, and red-eyed varrows have these beautiful red eyes that just pop out, and then like the stripe that goes through them along their face and everything. And I'll put up a picture of one. And so that's what I first thought, but then when we got home, I was looking through books and everything, trying to figure out what it was, and came up with 3 possible solutions of what this varrow could be. And the first option was a red-eyed varrow. And red-eyed varrows are about 5 inches long, with a 10-inch wingspan. And a crazy fact about red-eyed Veros is they can sing up to 20,000 songs in a single day. It's absolutely insane, and they're absolutely beautiful. I actually have a video of one that I got. I was actually able to get really close to it. It was at a completely different time, but I'll throw up that video. It's absolutely pretty. The second Vero that it could be is a warbling Vero. And a warbling Vero is different, does not have a red eye. It's a little bit paler, but they're also about 5 inches long, but their wingspan is about 9 inches. So they're slightly taller. I'll put up a picture. But when I was looking through the book, that matched it a little bit better. And the third option of what it could be is the Philadelphia Vero. And the Philadelphia Vero is about the exact same size as the warbling Vero. And it looks almost the exact same, except it's a little bit more yellow, and it's a little bit brighter and everything. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to go put down in the comments which Vero you think it was. Do you have anything to say, Frightful? Okay, see you next time.